We don't have any allies. Foundational Black Americans, descendants of American chattel slavery, freedmen, Aboriginal Americans. Whatever name you go by, understand this. We stand alone. This didn't just start in 2025. This has been brewing for a long time, simmering beneath the surface, under the hashtags, under the unity banners, behind the people of color signs. We've been watching, we've been taking notes, and now it's time to speak it plain. They told us we were all in this together. People of color, minorities, non-white solidarity, but time after time, when our backs were against the wall, where were they? Let's go back. A few years ago, Asian students sued Harvard, said affirmative action was hurting them, that we were being given some unfair advantage, that our presence meant their absence. Never mind the numbers, never mind the history, never mind the truth. They blamed us, put a target on us, said the playing field was no longer fair because we were finally allowed on it. But here's what they didn't see coming. Now they're not getting in either. Student visas are getting denied, embassies tightening up, enrollment falling. Now they're asking what happened. But the truth is, it started when you thought we were the problem. Then there's reparations, our fight, our demand, our justice. And yet, some of the loudest voices pushing against it, Black immigrants. People who look like us, but don't stand with us. Mona David said it herself. We chose to come here. Reparations aren't for us. That may be true, but what she really meant was, they're not for you. You, the Black American. You, the descendant of the enslaved. You, the one who built this country and never left. Then you had the Latino Trump voters. Loud, proud, waving flags, casting ballots, thinking the policies wouldn't touch them, that the deportations were for somebody else, that they could climb up by pushing others down. And now they're getting deported too. Now they're panicking, saying you're next. But that's the part they never understood. We're not next. We're not in line. We're not part of the immigration system. We've been here. We are not visitors. We are not guests. We are not recent arrivals. We are the soil. We are the sacrifice. We are the seed and the storm. And that's exactly what makes them uncomfortable. Because no matter how close they try to get to whiteness, no matter how many degrees they get, how many flags they wave, how many times they call us lazy or ungrateful, we are still the center of the American story. The ones they imitate, the ones they fear, the ones they hope to erase. So now the question is, were you ever really standing with us? Or were you just hoping we'd stay at the bottom while you climbed over our backs? Because it's giving not allyship, not unity, not justice. It's giving anti-Black American, not anti-racist, not anti-oppression, just anti-us. And that's why we don't have any allies.
The sooner Black people realize that nobody is their friend, the sooner the revolution and the healing can begin. The Democratic Party ain't your friend. The Republican Party ain't your friend. Other Black people in the diaspora ain't your friend. Other races ain't your friend. Natives ain't your friend. The other letters in DEI ain't your friend. It's a one-sided relationship. You only benefit them. When it's time for them to show their friendship towards you, it ain't never show up. And as soon as Black people realize that nobody is their friend, the sooner the revolution and the evolution can begin. It starts with self-love, value, and then having other people actually value you too, because you are the person that brings the value to these relationships. But until that is realized, the true worth of Black Americans will never be actualized.
Hey man, enough is enough. A lot of you Africans, Nigerians, and other Black folks that's part of the diaspora, y'all come over to America and then disrespect us and say we have no culture, but then you benefiting from our culture. What is wrong with y'all, fam? Like, stop disrespecting us. And then y'all wonder why Black folks have collectively decided that, hey, we don't have any allies, and with everything that's going on in the country, we mind our own Black business. All right? We sitting down. We get disrespected by every single person. And then y'all come over here acting like the white man to us. telling us how we can't feel and what we can't say and all those. Nah, bro, y'all out y'all goddamn mind. But then y'all get mad when people decide to, Black Americans decide to be FBA, Foundational Black American. It is Black Americans that fought for y'all for y'all to even have the rights that y'all have. All right, y'all leave y'all country, come over here, and then disrespect us. But we supposed to be kumbaya? We supposed to be the same people? We all black. Let's get along and tag along. Nah, F that, bro. All right? Stop disrespecting us. Stop saying we have no culture. If why y'all keep coming over here? Why y'all keep coming over here and then disrespecting us? But then when some stuff going down, y'all want us to hold hands and kumbaya. Let's all just get along. Nah, bro. Nah, we done with that, bro. That's why black folks in America have no allies. We are on our own. And I stand 10 toes down on what I'm saying. If you got a problem with it, I don't care. Stitch the video. Do whatever you want with it. I don't care. I'm tired of this. Every day y'all saying something crazy about it. I'm coming across a whole bunch of videos. Y'all just steadily disrespecting us. Nah, bro. We not the same.
The sooner Black Americans realize they have no allies, the better for them. Yes, because Black Americans have no allies. Anywhere you go, everywhere you go around the world, that's what has been happening. Yes, the Indians don't like you. The Americans don't like the Black Americans. The Hispanics, they don't like blacks. Indians, the Latinos, all over the world, everywhere you go, just keep seeing shit happening. So the sooner Black Americans realize they have no allies, the better for them. And that marks the beginning of their revolution. Black folks need to really stand up and buckle up for ourselves. You can't see a white folk being a friend of black if he doesn't gain more than the black person gains from him. That's fact. That's how those white Americans act. Welcome to my channel today. Thank you for coming across my video. If this is your first time of coming across my video, I want you to kindly like, share and subscribe. Credit belongs to the original creator of every single stitch and clips we have in our today's episode. So I'll have some few clips and stitches out for us to watch, and then we'll be back with commentaries. Let's go through those videos and see. Thank you guys. Stay tuned.
About how anti-blackness shows up and how race and sexism play a part in just about everything, but also how black bodies are disregarded, how our humanity is disregarded. Because a lot of times when black folks say this, people think we're being dramatic. Really take a look at the primary election for Senate seat in Texas. It is a classic case of anti-blackness, racism, and sexism. Everybody's screaming, we just need to come together. Y'all remember that? However, the individuals that were voting for James Tallarico said some horrible things about Jasmine Crockett. Very racist, anti-black, and sexist statements. Those are the same people that after Kamala Harris lost, went into a whole performance. We should have trusted the black woman. Oh my gosh, what have we done? White tears. And baby, the Latinx community. Baby, they voted heavily for James Tallarico. But after James Tallarico won, the text messages saying, we need your money, we need your support. Now suddenly we all need to come together. After you have just been anti-black, racist, and sexist toward us, we're supposed to forget all of that and now step and fetch. When black folks say they don't have any allies, this is what we mean. And I stopped saying black and brown folks need to come together a long time ago.
People of color. I stopped even mentioning that coalition a decade ago. The Latinx community as a whole is so eager to appeal to whiteness. It's sickening. They're not beating the allegations either. Back to my black folks. When we say we don't have any allies, this is what we mean. Govern yourselves accordingly. I said it in my last post. They failed the open book test. And baby, they're going to keep on failing them. The classes keep on happening. And they keep skipping class. And so they're going to keep failing them. We don't have any allies. The sooner we realize that, the better off we will be. People show you who they are. And you keep on trusting them. Y'all got it, player. Y'all got it. All right, black folks. Drink your water. Stay rooted, real, and knowledgeable. And mind your black business. Happy Black History 365. And I'll see you next time.
Black people don't have no allies. We barely got each other. We barely give a fuck about unifying with each other. We can only unify with our immediate circle most of the time. So to think that we got time to worry about Mexican and black coalition or a brown and black coalition or whatever the fuck that shit called, or a Chinese and black coalition, sit that shit the fuck down. Them niggas don't give a fuck about us. No race in the world gives a fuck about black people, bro. There's some people that's related to black people and they have to give a fuck about them because they kinfolk to them. That ain't the same thing as having an ally. Allies are people that we can call for resources to help us fight sometime. You know, like how America extends their hand to certain countries because they may need their oil or whatever the fuck, but sometimes America get gangster. Shit, they gangstered us. America pulled a gangster move on black Americans. And we still ain't got paid yet. And motherfuckers want to sit around. We still ain't got paid reparations. And motherfuckers want to talk about connecting with others and giving a fuck about other people's struggle. I don't give a fuck about nobody's shit until the paper is in my hand. People seem not to give a fuck about black people, but want black people, black Americans specifically. Y'all want us to give a fuck about what y'all going through. Look, I got sympathy for shit that uncalled for shit, like getting shot at or getting shot in the car by ICE or whatever. That shit is foul, okay? But giving a fuck, like giving too much of a fuck where it's taking time out of my day, I can't do it because black people going through shit still, and we still ain't getting reimbursed. And I don't recall none of y'all standing up and chanting with us when we trying to get them reparations. So tough luck, nigga.
Black people truly have no allies in this world. I'm an altruistic person at my core, and I truly believe that there can always be a change and a room to educate people. That's why I make the kind of videos that I make. But I just saw this girl go on a 6-minute rant about how a group of black Americans went to Palestine with her, where they shared with her and the group that they were experiencing racism from the Palestinians, to which she insinuated they should have accepted the behavior, they should have shut up about the behavior instead of playing up oppression Olympics.
Because I was so excited to go on this trip with black Americans, but during the trip, it felt like some people were too busy playing oppression Olympics. Some people in the group were too busy victimizing themselves, that the only comments I heard come out of this person's mouth about Palestine and Palestinians were negative, were about how racist we are, were about how slavery persisted until the 20th century in Palestine, which is such an uneducated taker, and talked all this shit about how racist Palestinians are, did not hesitate to pose in front of a ginormous George Floyd mural. Because if I was somebody else, if I haven't already done so much work for the black community, if I didn't already have a deep understanding of racial dynamics, this entire experience might have pushed me away from the black community.
Yup.
My grandma used to always tell me, if the story doesn't make sense, then it's definitely a lie. So there's things missing in context in her whole story. But instead of actually listening to black people, because black people do not claim racism for no reason. Contrary to what you've all been socialized to believe, if a black person says that someone is racist, they actually have experienced racism. The anti-blackness that exists within the Arab community is loud. It's always been loud. This is the same issue we had when this conflict started, where people lack the ability to understand more than one thing can be true, and intersectionality is real. Black people can absolutely stand up for what they believe in and prioritize ourselves first as an oppressed group and still support others. Now, with the history of anti-blackness within the Arab community, slavery within the Arab community with black people, the way they treat black people in the region and domestically in America. Rightfully so, a black person would have preconceived notions about how Arabs treat us, but when that's reinforced by the actual treatment of racism towards us, we're going to say it out loud. Black people are not going to conform and just accept racism, and you're asking people to just accept how they're treated, and they should have been quiet about how they're treated. Come on, let's be fucking for real right now. Two things can be true, and the fact that people don't understand this concept blows my mind. Palestinians can absolutely be occupied, can absolutely live under oppression, and black people can absolutely be one of the most hated groups of people in the world, no matter where we are. Even from oppressed people. Weaponizing a George Floyd mural that black people saw in Palestine, regardless of the fact that if they said that they were experienced racism or not, what are they going to do? They can't disappear. We're in Palestine. Black people experience racism from the time we wake up to the time we go to sleep, but we still have to live our lives. And you being a non-black person who visibly can blend into white people, you will never understand that concept ever in your life. And you also can't speak on behalf of Afro-Palestinians because you're not them. Lastly, you said if you were anyone else, this would have wavered your support of black people and black issues. That means you're not an ally to begin with. If you don't have the ability to learn and or try to listen and or try to educate those people why what they were doing was an issue for you or maybe your community, then you don't deserve to be around black people. You just don't. I'm sorry.
Yes, welcome back. You can see from the few stitches and clips I just put out there for us to watch right now, I believe that has told us a lot, and we've really learned a lot how black Americans have no allies at all. Yeah, has really shown us. And you know, the thing that baffles me most is that whenever these white folks have seen that what they've done is wrong, or the way they've been treating blacks isn't the way they are supposed to treat them, they now tend to come back to ask blacks to do this. Like, taking it back from the time where the Latinos were voting and they were supposed to vote for Kamala Harris though, but they didn't. They voted for Trump. And then when it fell back on them, they were now reaching out to the black people that they needed their support, they needed their money together so that they can fight everything together. But these black folks were the one begging you guys before to try and understand the true person who's supposed to be on that seat. They all acted like they don't care because she's not a white person. Yes, and then now the white person that they've all voted for, it's no more in favor of them. Yes, it's no more in favor of them. That's when they now see they can come to black people and ask black people for forgiveness and for their support, which is not supposed to be so. So what am I trying to say, my black brothers? What I'm trying to say is that let's not give these white folks the opportunity, because they ain't giving us the opportunity for us to be ourselves around them. Wherever you see a white man and a black person, the country, in their country, they always tend to favor the white person most, because they think blacks are descendants of the enslaved, which is not supposed to be seen like that. Although, yeah, we know blacks were slaves before, but they built the country, and now things are really changing. Black people have no allies at all. Wherever you go, this, I'm talking about the whole world, not just in America. It's happening both in Portugal, Spain, so many countries. Wherever you go, there's a lot that has been happening, and it's really, really not. It's not talking good at all about the whites. So I would say we really need to change. Yeah, I'm referring to the white folks now. You really need to change about how you treat the black brothers in your country. We know these people have been there with you for a very long time. They helped you guys, they collaborated with you guys to make the country what it is today. And now you guys just want to act towards them like they're nobody. No, it's not supposed to be so. So, our black brothers, let's know our stand, and let's always try to be ourselves. Yeah, thank you. So kindly like, share, and subscribe if today is the first day you're coming across my videos, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Thank you. Stay tuned and watch out for my next video.